Oh my goodness, guys, this chapter of Boku no Hero, frick man, like Overhaul's coming in and I would not see that coming, fusion from like the villain kind of side, but he takes it to a whole different level. Like the fusion from Dragon Ball seems pretty cool, like the fusion kind of thing, but no, you do not want to be with you do not want to fuse with Overhaul. Like, oh my gosh, I really do get what his boss really meant and why the Yakuza kind of don't like him, because this guy, he's lost all heart in things. Like it says in that chapter on the last page, like he's fallen off the path of humanity. So let's get straight into this chapter. Now I really want to talk about Overhaul straight off the bat, like his abilities, and it seems to increase and increase, but I really don't think that's the case actually. I think it all lies in the way that Horikoshi first described Overhaul's quirk. Bear in mind, when Overhaul's character was first introduced, we didn't get that quirk box. We didn't get that little box of the narrator being like, oh, Overhaul's quirk is deconstruct and reconstruct. We didn't get that. We didn't know what his quirk did. All we knew was that whatever he touches, it just like disintegrates. Whatever he touches just eviscerates. That's all we thought it was. But then we found out as the chapters went on and on that, he'd hurt people, like, but then, all of a sudden these guys are healed, miraculously healed. So we found out that, his quirk could break things, but also kind of bring things back to its natural form. And it fits around the Overhaul's character with how he's kind of like a mad scientist. And for his quirk, I do believe you have to be smart, but you also have to have a lot of knowledge. It's kind of like Momo's quirk, Momo's quirk is like creation quirk, that she can create whatever she wants, but she needs to know the whole makeup of that thing. She needs to know all the, what's the word? Like the material, the molecular kind of, all of that stuff. She needs to know it. Like if she wants to make a chair, she needs to know all of it, how it's made out of wood and all that blah 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 stuff like that. She can't just like think, oh, I want to make a cannon. Like she needs to know how it works. She needs to know all of that for her to then make it. So it's kind of like with Overhaul as well. Overhaul can't just be like, I wanna, change the ground into all of this kind of stuff. Like, he not only has to have knowledge, but it seems like his quirk, he must have had to do so much training. Like, just imagine the amount of training for him to like deconstruct and reconstruct. Like, I get deconstruct is probably easy, you touch something and boom. But the whole reconstruction, that must be quite tricky. I'm not gonna lie. So I really do love his quirk, and this whole him fusing with something, it's just a whole new dimension to it. How basically we see in this chapter he deconstructs both him and Namoto. He deconstructs both of them and then he fuses it together. So as his body was broken down, he puts everything back together, but with him as well. So I'm really intrigued. What does that... I'm gonna assume that Namoto is dead. Like I don't. Who knows? Maybe it's their voices. Maybe the whole psyche is being fused together as well. But I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that overall with the whole reconstruction, that was just pretty much like the physical makeup, the physical structure. I doubt that Namoto's mind and his conscious is still alive. I really don't think so. But anyway, let's talk about the bit about his fusion. It seems like I think he's fused with the ground as well. Notice that he's got like 4 arms and like his beak has being like attached to his mouth now. So yeah, pretty much he is truly a monster right now, and it's crazy. Like it really is crazy. So the whole point with how he's got his 4 arms, that's probably just like extended reach. So it's going to be even harder to avoid Overhaul. But I also think he's beefed himself up physically as well. You see some of his arms, they look massive. Maybe he kind of fused with the ground as well, got himself a bit of armor, you could say, a bit of concrete to make himself stronger. Because think about it, if I'm Overhaul, I would be annoyed at the amount of times the guy's got hit to the face so many times in the arm. Like, this guy must be so triggered right now. It's hilarious. So maybe, who knows, maybe he did reconstruct to the ground as well to make him even more stronger. Because face it, without his quirk, when he was fighting Mirio, like Mirio could phase through the quirk. Overhaul wasn't that strong in strength, like fighting back. So it's going to be really interesting to see how Overhaul fights now. Now, aside from that, the color page. I've got to talk about the color page quickly. It's really cool how it's kind of got the comic-esque kind of vibes. I really do love that. The whole thing about Mirio carrying Eri, that kind of gave me Batman vibes, because there's a comic where Batman's kind of like, he's holding Robin. I think Robin's dead. I can't remember, because I haven't read that comic, but I've seen it online a lot. So it kind of gave me the vibes of that. But we got Muriel's color scheme, and I love his color of his hero costume. It's kind of like it adopts Sir Night Eyes, but also adopts the what's it called, the hero that saved him. So like we see the color scheme. Sorry guys, that just went into my eye. We see the color scheme of like the green from Sir Night Eye, and then we see everything else kind of from like the design of that person that saved Muriel, and Muriel kind of fell into like the lake or into the water. So that's pretty cool. Other than that, this is one thing which I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of I'm not concerned, but I'm just like I'm bummed out by this, and that is the fact how we haven't been able to see Ryuki. Like, I get it, we saw them in a panel this chapter, but that's not it, man. The whole point that she can turn into a dragon, all of that kind of stuff would have been so awesome to see. Like, I really would have wanted to see those stuff so much, but I don't know, I feel like it really is a struggle with Boku no Hero. Like, you've got so much of characters, and to all of them to be in one arc, it's really hard to focus on all of them. So, you know, Horikoshi's kind of done his best, not gonna lie. Now, what I would say though, for the future of this series, and I've realised it, we haven't got much focus on the female characters of the series. We haven't got much focus, like, you know, we just got Kirishima recently. You know, before that we had like Ida, Zoraki, all these other characters. It'd be really cool to go to the female side, you know. I know we got Momo recently. If you guys watch the anime, you know, we're getting a bit of Momo, but I'd like to see like, you know, Suyu. Even though, yeah, we did get a bit of Suyu in that filler episode. That was pretty awesome. But you know what I mean? Like, I'd like to see some arcs where it would have been cool if we, just as what we saw in this arc with Kirishima, would have been cool if we saw something similar with, like, is her name Hardo? The, you know, the girl from the big Nejire, I believe, from the Big Three. She would have been cool to see fight. Like, I like her quick. I don't know if it's wind or it's like water pressure. I don't know what it is, but it's really awesome. Like, I would have loved to see some more of the female characters going in, and I just hope that we get that in the either at the end of this arc, or if not, definitely in the future. Because Horikoshi's got a great female cast, he really does, and that would be really awesome to see it. Now, okay, Rocklock makes me laugh, not gonna lie. I did hate him before, but ever since this chapter, I've kind of liked him a bit. The one thing which I just don't get, what was the relevance of him saying, oh yeah, well, I was 4 years younger? Like, okay, cool, that's a nice story, but I didn't really get the relevance of that. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I was the only one. When I was reading the chapter, I was just like, okay, cool. You know, we're seeing Rocklock as a kid, backstory time. But no, that's actually his child. Damn, the genes are strong, that's all I could say. But it's pretty cool that we got this dimension to Rocklock, because yeah, I know Endeavor's got kids and Endeavor's a hero, but Endeavor doesn't really count it, because with Rocklock's character, the way that he acts, it's like he's doing everything because of a decision of his family. Like, it makes it much more real when he's going into this arc, because like, if he died, he's leaving a family behind. He's leaving a wife and a child, an infant. So it kind of makes sense to why he was being so rough on the kids. Like, at the start when they were meeting, he was just like, the kids shouldn't be here, you know, stuff like that. So it does make his character more likable, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty more awesome. But there's one thing which got me, and it's what he said to Sir Naita. He said, you better take responsibility. Now, I don't know if that's foreshadowing for something quite dire in the future chapters to come, or does that just genuinely mean, you know, because this arc has gone south so much, you know. When they were first planning it, Night Owl was just literally like, okay, we're going in to rescue Eri. There shouldn't be any, like, not deaths, but there shouldn't be any major injuries, but this arc has gone south. Like, they didn't foresee the Villain Alliance coming in and all of that kind of stuff. They didn't foresee Muriel getting shot with a bullet, and I'm wondering if Night Eye, Deku and them realize. I don't know, and I don't think so, and I think it makes it even sadder, to be honest. But either way, when Senai comes in to hug Muriel, that was so sad, because when I saw that, not only did it just shows you how such like a father figure Sir Night Eye is to Muriel, and again it's the parallels to All Might to Deku, and this is kind of what gets me a little bit terrified. What makes me scared a bit is the parallels. Now, maybe this is what I think. This is just an idea. I'm putting it out there. I'm thinking Horikoshi is putting these parallels between, you know, All Might and Deku and Sir Night Eye and Muriel to imply something, and to imply something quite scary, and that is the fact is, you know, when we saw All Might hugged Deku. That was the end of the arc, but that was also the end of All Might, you know. Deku even said it himself, like, this is the end of the age of All Might. Like, that moment was so intense, it was so emotional, because we were sad, we were loving at how, like, All Might's such a father to Deku, but we knew that this is the end for All Might. Now, when we see this as well, I'm getting similar vibes, and maybe that's why Horikoshi consciously, purposely did this, to imply that this isn't the end of Night Eye, but it's actually the end of Mirio. That this whole hug, this whole semblance, of like their like father kind of son relationship, you know, master and student kind of thing, was also to imply that maybe Mirio can no longer be a hero. And it's true, he's lost his quirk. And if you guys are interested about that more, I actually did make a video the other day about what happens next to Mirio. Like, Mirio's going to be the quirkless hero, he's going to be like Batman, all that kind of stuff. I'll put it in the description down below, but I'll probably put it in one of those cards at the end of the video. So do watch that, because it's a pretty awesome video, I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, with Mirio, man, I'm just sad for him, man. His face this chapter, like, the exhaustion on his face, the sadness and everything, and how he was just like, she's behind me. I was just like, yo, like, to the very end, you're a G, and it's just crazy. Just this whole chapter really was awesome. From Overhaul, getting even more powerful, for him to be getting more like terrifying as well. He truly is like so evil. Like, first he was evil on the inside, like he was a monster in the inside, but now he's a monster on the outside as well. And before I go, you know, Chrono's quirk is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of funny as well. At first, the way that it done it seemed quite like comical, because it's kind of like a minute had like an arrow just pointing out of his head, but it's pretty cool. And it slowed down Aizawa Sensei. Now, I may just be taking this out of proportion, but Aizawa Sensei's gotten hurt a lot in this arc, and I'm not sure if this is death flags, but the color page said a fight to the death. So I'm not sure if someone's gonna die, if it's gonna be from the villain side or from the hero side. But if someone does die, it could be Aizawa Sensei, I'm not gonna lie. But other than that, there was a couple of chapters ago, like major chapters back, there was a panel with Eri, and it was like Overhaul's beak over Eri's body. Now, I don't know if that, at first when I read that, I was just like, what does that even mean? Does that mean just like the entrapment kind of stuff? But no, I think it's a hint to maybe Overhaul wants to fuse with Eri, because now the way that it looked in that chapter was like the beak and like the strings are all attached to Eri and all that kind of stuff. Maybe think about it, and I'm wondering if Overhaul fusing with someone, does that mean he inherits their quirk as well? Because if so, that would make him so much more OP and broken. So other than that, this chapter was phenomenal. With the villain alliance coming in, like, what are they gonna do? I don't know, they can kidnap Eri, they could possibly even kill Overhaul's boss, who knows. Either way, it's to truly destroy Overhaul. That's what I got when Toga was talking. But yeah, guys, that is enough for me. Please tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I know a lot of other stuff happened in this chapter. A lot more comical effects with like Twice asking to make out with Toga, all that kind of stuff. But you know, this chapter was lit. Please tell me your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you next week for that greatness that is chapter 154. Shinigami-san, peace off, guys, and goodbye.